everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Shauna and welcome to Shauna's World. Yay! How's everybody doing? Well, I'm doing good. I'm feeling fine, feeling great. It's bright and early in the morning, and guess what? This is day 15. I hope I got my numbers correct. Day 15 of my fitness journey. Yoo-hoo! And let me tell you, I'm actually having a good time. But last night, my daughter made the best, I'm talking about the best banana cake ever. It was to die for. And then she put some of that vanilla icing on it, the American icing. Oh. And she came to me at midnight. And I had 2 pieces. Did y'all see that cake? I know it doesn't look pretty, but it was so delicious. And I had not 1 piece, but I had 2. Yes, guys. So you know, I'm going to be in the fitness studio and working it off. Oh my goodness. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Why not? Oh, that cake was so delicious. It was so moist. And I love cakes. I have a huge weakness for cakes. Especially when it's got vanilla icing on it. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I'm ready to roll. And the weather is looking kind of, oh no, the sun might, I think the sun might come out. Yesterday was beautiful, actually. It started off gray and then the sun came out and it was just a different ambient. So I am ready to roll, get out there. I think I'm gonna walk this morning again. It's a beautiful morning and why not walk? Walking is good. Save some gas, good for the environment. Yes, 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 yes. And yesterday, while I was doing my workout, oh my goodness, I saw the creepiest show ever, but it was so good. It's a series, and it's called The Worst Neighborhood, or no, The Worst Neighborhood Ever. Wait a minute, let me look it up. Guys, I don't want to quote you and tell you, I don't want to tell you the wrong. Wait a second, what's the name of this show that I was watching? I think it's The Worst Night, no, The Worst, yeah, The Worst Roommate Ever. It's translated different in German, so I don't know, maybe it's a different translation in English, but that show had me like this. It was like, I couldn't get enough. I mean, I thought that show was so good. It basically, it's a series, and they're true stories, of course. And basically they talk about, it's about different people who were like looking for like roommates, and then basically, you know, got the wrong person to live with them. And, you know, people telling their stories about how evil that person is. And, you know, and basically they were fooled because they thought they were nice and they looked really sweet. And, you know, and one of them happened to be an old lady. I mean, somebody you would least expect. And she was like running like, I wouldn't say a guest house, but she was running a house, or she had a house, beautiful house. Looked like an old Victorian house. Yes, it was like a house that's under protection, one of those houses that you can't condemn or tear down. But she was taking in homeless people, and oh my goodness, she looked like the sweetest lady. I mean, nothing that you would ever expect. Did anybody watch, what was that, Bugs Bunny? Was it Bugs Bunny, Warner Bros? And do you remember Tweety Bird? And you remember the old lady who used to take care of Tweety Bird. Well, this is what this old lady looked like. She looked so cute. She looked sweet. And apparently, you know, she was known throughout the neighborhood as this good lady. And man, this lady was taking in people, taking their checks. I mean, she was taking in homeless people, people who had psychological problems. And she was killing them. Yes. Oh my goodness. I could not believe it. I mean, they dug up bodies. I mean, this was like a nightmare. And you know, I love horror movies, and you know, sometimes they'll have like these horror movies, and they'll have like these old ladies on there who will come on there, and they be looking creepy as I don't know what. She was like one of them ladies, you know. You know, she looked so cute, and then turn around, you know, it's like, you know, oh gosh, creepy. I was just like, wow. I mean, somebody would least expect. I mean, this lady had a long history, a long record of just crime that nobody would suspect. You know, she dressed like really proper. Just, you know, your sweet old lady next door, and this lady was up there, you know, committing these horrific crimes that, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, wow. The next guy they had, or the next person they had, where were they? They were, which country were they in? Let me think. Oh gosh. I don't know. They were in some country, and he was pretending that he was from Palestine, and he wanted to go on. Oh, right, they were in Chile, right? And I've been to Chile. Chile is absolutely gorgeous, right? And they had like this marathon going on, and he wanted to participate. He wanted to run for Chile, and he apparently moved in with some Americans and some other people in the house. And he had everybody fooled too. He came off as this nice guy, and he apparently had, you know, he was posing as a Palestinian, and he wanted to participate in this marathon. And so he had contacted, because he was living in Denmark before, and he had contacted one of the, a member from the Palestinian embassy, I guess it was the embassy, and then asked them if they could sponsor him, you know, with the running and, you know, provide him with some money. And so the guy was like, of course, you know, we'll do that, you know. And then he was like, yeah, I'll do it with the flags, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm going to win this race. And so the guy was like all excited. And so he, you know, put together, you know, he was like, well, we can, you know, open up a GoFund for you and then raise some money. And so he had asked for some ridiculous amount. And so the guy was, you know, he was like, okay, we're going to try to do it. And then apparently they raised, I don't know, something like equivalent to like a few, maybe 1,000 or 2,000. And so the guy, you know, from the Palestinian embassy was like, okay, here we were able to raise this amount. And so, you know, he was like, okay, I'll, you know, send it over to you. And then the guy was like, what is this? Is this all I get? You know, and that should have been a red flag right there. You know, and the guy was like, well, this is all we were able to raise. And he's like, I can't believe, you know, I'm going to run for, you know, my country, and no, you know, this is all the support I get. And so, you know, the guy was just like, you know, what the heck, you know, I'm sorry, but this is all we can do. And so, and then the guy apparently changed, but he, that should have been a red flag right there. And so, you know, that same guy also contacted, you know, some Palestinians in Chile, and also asked for some help, financial help, you know, saying, yeah, I'm going to run for Palestine, I'm going to represent them. And I want to represent Palestine. Can you provide money? And so, of course, they were also there to, you know, participate and, you know, and fund him. And then basically this guy he was just running a number on everybody, you know, just, you know, not only was he, you know, asking people to fund him, or he was also, he had met another guy, and a British guy, in a different country. I believe it was in a different country. He had met him, and then, you know, and the guy was talking about how he knows about real estate, and this British guy had trusted him, liked him, and you know, they were talking about investing in a property in Chile, and so the same guy was like, yeah, I got some good contacts and blah, blah, blah. Basically, he got the British guy to give him some money, you know, to hold, you know, until he found a property, whatever. I mean, he was just scamming people, basically. And then with his roommates, he also scammed them, because the house that they were staying in Chile, you know, and apparently in Chile it gets really cold during the winter season. And so the roommates wanted to move out of their house. And so he was like, the same guy was like, oh, I got some contacts here. I got some money. And so I invested in a place. And if you guys want, you can move into this apartment, you know. And then he was like, you just need to give me a down payment, blah, blah, blah. You know, everybody was trusting this guy. And it's just like, it's amazing how people are so trustworthy, you know, with, you know, giving their money away. It's just, it's absolutely insane. However, he basically fooled them too. And then one of the girls, the American girl, she was just like, you know, anyway, skeptical about this guy, didn't trust him, because he came off as being very arrogant and, you know, bragging about all the great things he's done and whatever. And so later on, he had tried to attack this woman, not even try to attack, but he tried to, you know, kill her. And so she was just like, you know, she survived his attack, and then apparently they were able to catch up with this guy, and also the guy, the people who were funding him for the run, he participated in the first day of the marathon, and then the next day he was disqualified because he had injured himself. And so, you know, the Palestinians, you know, were funding him, were like, what happened? And then he was like, yeah, I hurt myself, blah, blah, blah. And so then they were like, okay. And then, you know, he was saying, yeah, I can run again. You know, it's just a whole bunch of going on. This guy had a whole mess going on. And so they were like, okay, you know, it's okay. You're going to run the next day. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to run the next day. I'm going to win. And so again, you know, he was supposed to run. And then again, he didn't run because he claimed that, you know, he had still injured himself and da-da-da. And so they're like, okay, what's going on? However, it all came out that this guy wasn't even Palestinian. It was just like, oh my goodness. This guy had everybody fooled. Where was he originally from? He was from Lebanon. So the guy wasn't even Palestinian. I'm just amazed. You know, he reminds me of this Tinder swindler guy. Just absolutely insane. The show is good, guys. And there are other stories, different stories about, you know, these innocent people who were like looking for roommates and then came across the wrong roommate, and how they were fooled by these people. And unfortunately, some didn't make it. But yeah, I watched it in a day. I would say I watched it in like 4 hours. I was working out 2 hours and the whole time, and took my daughter to tennis, and I'm like watching it. It's so good. So guys, if you get a chance, check it out. It's just an eye-opener. Just really get you thinking like, wow, you really have to take care. Can't trust everybody who looks, looks sweet and stuff. You really got to investigate people, and you can't just go by, nice looks, nice appearance. You really have to, do your research and, yeah, just Google them. I mean, oftentimes all people had to do was Google them, and then you would find a whole heap of, complaints about some certain folks. It's just crazy. Yeah, so that show I was really into. Yeah, and like I said, I had that delicious cake. Ooh, 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 ooh. So either way, guys, I'm going to mosey on, finish getting ready, so stick around. Of course, I'm using my favorite makeup, which I like to use, MAC, the Irresistible MAC. And what else I got up here? My Huda Beauty. These are all my go-tos. And the other day I did a video showing you all how resistant this makeup is, or it does not smear, doesn't melt off as you're working out. And I don't put a lot of makeup on. I mean, I just do my eyebrows, and then I use this as my base just to give it a little bit of glow. I don't put no foundation on because it makes no sense. It's just going to melt off. I definitely use my concealer just to even out, because I don't have dark circles, but, I just got to make it match. I can't be going out looking crazy. So, anywho, if you all like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to hear more from me. This is my fitness journey, so I'm afraid to go on the scale, guys. I must be honest. I mean, I went on a scale the other day, and it shows that I lost 3 kilos. I'm afraid I might have gained it back. I don't know. I'm just like one of those persons that eats something, and I have the feeling it sticks. It does not, it sticks. I never had one of those metabolism where you could just eat anything and, it's gone. No, not me. It sticks. And it sticks in places where, okay, it does stick in the right places, but still, I don't like to have too much of something. I like to have flow. And I guess a lot of you are like, what are you doing up here? You don't need to be up there, but you know how that is. One is never happy with what one has. You still feel like you can better yourself in some ways. And, I must admit, I really was. I was a size 2 sizes or a size smaller than what I am. So I would like to get that weight back again, so I can fit in some of my clothes, because I have size S clothes and I'm having to squeeze myself in there, and I hate that. I hate that. And I don't want to go out and buy a whole bunch of new clothes. Not really, although I do want to buy some new clothes, but only in the size that I want to be in. By the way, I saw this beautiful dress from Zara. Oh, it's so cute. It's a red dress. It's, asymmetric. Oh, it's so pow. I'm going to get that dress, guys. I'm going to get it. And guess what? I'm going to get in the size small. Yes, I'm going to get in the size small because that is my inspiration. I'm going to get in that dress. I'm going to get into it. So, however, I'm going to try to walk by Zara today and see if it's still there. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to go to Zara to see if that dress is there. And if it's there, I'm going to get it as my inspiration dress, Anywho. All right, guys. I will see you in a bit. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to do my makeup, and then we're going to head into the gym. Bye.